we gotta do is win. So if they sleep on you, tuck them in. Meet me at the top, if you fall, I'll drop my pen. So many stars in the making, thank you, sing. Eyes on the prize, I say passionate. I got the sauce like Diana, vision like Matheson. They say patience is a virtue, so I went around the world and back again. Now NSL be on the map, no more imagining, it's happening.
Welcome to our broadcast of the Northern Super League presented by BMO, the official bank of the NSL. Montreal, Quebec, and Stade Boreal is the scene for today's match. The Halifax Tides in town to face Evelyn Badu, the first hat trick of the season, and the Montreal Roses, who have been in fine form so far this season, sitting in second place in the table. As for Halifax entering this match, coming off a loss to AFC Toronto, interim coach Katie Barrett steps in for a second straight game. She's hoping for a big performance on the road for the Tides. Well, welcome inside our booth. I'm Signa Butler alongside Canadian former international on the youth team. That's Jessica Lisi. And we're excited for this match. It's the first meeting of the season between these two teams. And they played to a pretty even record last year. So what are you expecting from maybe this Montreal team who, according to Coach Robert Rosatoyu, didn't quite hit their ceiling, but then they came alive against Vancouver?
Yeah, I mean, that Vancouver performance was great from Montreal. We saw in the first half, they struggled a little bit to be clinical. They were in the right areas. But as far as really coming alive, Signa, that was in the second half. I mean, 5 goals. You can't argue that this team knows how to find the back of the net. And you're going to see the first one here. It's just a matter of getting numbers forward. You can see how bad they want it. Not the greatest defending from the Vancouver Rise, but you can see how many red shirts are in and around that ball. Badu able to get that into the back of the net. This here is great recognition from Sauvé. Nice little turn and run from Bennett, who drives forward, continues to drive forward, picks her angle out well, and finds the back of the net. There's absolutely no chance there to be able to stop it. And then this, I mean, this was the goal of the week for a reason.
Oh,
Signa.
yeah.
My goodness, what a brilliant individual effort from Badu. And this here too, patience from Bennett. She's recognizing that she can't go to goal, plays it to Whitaker, who looks up and recognizes that Boychuk is making that sneaky little run in that back post and is able to get that out of the air straight into the back of the net. And again here, Evelyn Badu is in the right spot at the right time. She stays engaged, spins, and boom, into the back of the net. Evelyn Badu, it was quite a performance from her, but the Roses really came alive in that final third.
The celebratory shower, she deserved it, the Ghanaian who has really come alive for this Montreal Roses lineup. A look at Robert Rosatoyu's team, well, very familiar in the back with Sauvé, Capadonna, and Seto. And Evelyn Badu, what can you say about her? 4 starts on the season, 8 appearances. She's really settled in. Evelyn, congratulations. The first hat trick in the Northern Super League this season. A big performance from you. How do you feel you're adjusting to your first season with the Roses?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think from the start it wasn't easy, but with the help of the technical team, the players, I think now gradually things are coming on. Yeah, so I'm really happy for that.
We're looking forward to watching you in the WAFCON coming up with Ghana, of course. How do you carry the current momentum that you're carrying into international duty?
Yeah, it will be my wish to have this same energy, same momentum to the national team, and of course also the qualifiers for the World Cup. And I'll be glad to make a great impact to help the team reach the World Cup. Yeah.
Thanks for this and best of luck today. And the Halifax Tides, meantime, still sitting in 4th place in the table, looking to rebound after that loss against AFC Toronto, 1-0 at home, where maybe the defending, I wouldn't say it was loose, but Coach Katie Barrett, interim Coach Katie Barrett, saying that they could limit some of those inbox entries.
Yeah, they struggled a little bit, specifically on cutbacks, and I think that defensive organization really has to be top-notch today. You can see this. This is what leads to the goal. It's a bit of poor attacking balance. You're seeing the midfielders get caught forward, and Toronto does everything to catch them in transition, continues to drive up, and ultimately is able to find the back of the net. And this is what they need to be aware of today. We know that Montreal is a team that's so great in transitional moments. But overall, Signa, you're seeing time after time in that last match against AFC Toronto. Here, this is where Lemire really has to drop back quicker. That recognition to drop into that pocket. You You see this cross still gets in, and then boom, open player. Why is Burns all alone? Then she's able to find a player at the top of the 18 as well who's wide open. It happened time and time again in this matchup. Those cutbacks need to be limited. They need to be more compact. This is a bit of ball watching there from Allen. The reaction is too slow. Again, lands to the top of the 18. There's no reason that these AFC Toronto players should be wide open inside the 18, just outside the 6. And again, time and time again, Signa, I can't say it enough, it just continuously happened, and they have to be tighter.
And that was something that they addressed in training this week. A look at their lineup today. It's a 4-2-3-1. Sarah Miller dropping into kind of that pocket space for Halifax. And defensively, we have seen Julianne Valeron and Addie Wickers play all minutes for the Tides this season. Addie, your team has given up the fewest goals in the league this season. In your mind, what's the key to keeping that back line and those in front of you organized?
Yeah, I think our coaches do a good job of instilling core principles in our back line that we carry forward through each game, and each week also building on those. I think we have a great group who wants to get better and improve each game, so just continuing to build on that and hopefully keep that streak going throughout the league.
You've had some tough battles against the Roses in Season 1. This is the first meeting in Season 2. What challenges do they pose for you?
Yeah, well, I think it's exciting because this is the first time we played them, and it's been a while since we played them for the first time or played another team for the first time. But yeah, I mean, they're a great team. A lot of people are from here on our team, which brings some rivalry in some sorts. But I think we're just excited and confident in our group.
Thanks for this, Addie, and good luck today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And a look at our standings heading into the final game of this week's action. It's the Ottawa Rapid on top after their victory against AFC Toronto yesterday. But our focal point today, the Montreal Roses sitting in second and the Halifax Tides sitting in fourth. Their first meeting of the season. Who gets the 3 points today? Well, the teams are walking out. They're getting set for this matchup. The Halifax Tides, the Montreal Roses on a 30-degree Sunday afternoon, and we have kickoff right ahead.
Watching dough rise always fills me with inspiration.
Don't ever look at my savings account. The dough doesn't rise.
BMO has 2 simple ingredients to make your savings rise. Great interest rates and no monthly fees.
Yeah, that would do it all right.
Plus, get a cash bonus for opening a checking and savings account.
So BMO helps your savings grow bigger faster.
Like a triple dose of yeast.
You're hired.
What? No, I wasn't looking for it.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
First game. First whistle. First goal. First jersey. First autograph. First favorite player. First away game. First big win. First time thinking, that's gonna be me. Firsts help us move forward together. Toyota, founding partner of the first professional women's soccer league in Canada.
We are deep into stoppage time. Oh, they must be careful here. Oh, no! But hang on, they are checking it. It's going to be in the hands of the VAR. The goal has been reversed! They have felt everything it is possible to feel.
Evelyn Badu, what can you say? 4 goals, 1 assist on the season. This will be her last game for the Roses before she heads to WAFCON to play with the Ghanaian Black Queens, where she has 10 goals for country, but certainly one that Halifax will need to watch today as they play at Stade Boreal. For the Halifax Tides, it's Karima Lemire from Longueuil, Quebec. So in front of friends and family, one of 2 Quebecois players on the Halifax Tides. One of the top passers in the league, Jess. She'll be key today.
She absolutely will. She's key for the Tides as far as keeping that structure in the middle of the park, having that awareness defensively, but also, as you said, really helping dictate the tempo with her passing play.
Karima Lemire getting set to kick off here. There is interim head coach Katie Barrett. Second game in a row in charge. while Stephen Hart is away, and Robert Rosatoyu back at the helm after getting his pro license, and excited for what his team can do here today at home. And away we go. Riley Foster Inman in goal today for the Halifax Tides. They're wearing their teal, going from right to left on your screen, while the Montreal Roses in their white with red, going from left to right. It's Julianne Valeron from Montreal. Played every minute for the Tides this season in all 10 matches. Wickers cutting back against Lise Bennett.
Bennett also looking to be in some pain as she reached there.
Holding on to her hip. We'll see if she shakes that off. Aya Cardoza. Been a fixture at center back this season, just 21 years of age, from Ajax, Ontario. Jamaican international. And the ever-present Riley Foster Inman, playing her 10th game of the season with 3 clean sheets. Badu, first touch. Tough tackle there with Downing and Bilbao coming together. And Sarah LeMiller hopping on one foot. So everybody getting their tackles in early here, Jess. I always like to get a good tackle in early to know I was in the game. What about you?
Without a doubt. I mean, I was usually the one getting tackled. No, I'm just kidding. No, absolutely. I think these are two teams that we know leave a lot of heart out there when they're competing. So it's not surprising to see that it's starting off on a physical battle. Both these teams, again, giving 100% all the time. And it's great to see that they're both starting off that way, because that's not always the case.
See a couple of those early. This is the look at coming together of Downing and Bilbao, and then later Sarah LeMiller. She'll get checked out here, the 24-year-old from Halifax, captain of the team.
She's been quite a bright spot for the Tides this season. Her ability to really drop into pockets, take players on, 1v1, drive forward. But speaking of heart that I mentioned earlier, that is somebody that embodies it to the fullest. She really represents that badge well.
4 goals, 1 assist on the season for Sarah LeMiller, already equaling her total from last year. And hobbling over to the sideline.
Based on that thumbs up, it looks like she might be okay and ready to continue.
Play continues. This is Elise Bennett. 7 goals on the season, tied atop the Golden Boot race. Got to be careful of her. Bilbao trying to switch play, goes to Kennedy and Lemire. A little choppy in the early minutes here at Stade Boreal. Badu to Bennett. And Cardoza got in there just in the nick of time. And Bennett's down in the box. Get a closer look at this through ball to Bennett.
Cardoza doing really well to come in and intercept there, but it does look like she might have caught the foot of Bennett. Bennett looking to be in quite a bit of discomfort.
And back up on her feet. Important player picked up in this offseason by the Montreal Roses. Today's official, Isabelle Duclos. 4th game of the season for the Montreal resident. Assistants today, Gabrielle Lemieux and Camille Raymond.
Both teams just really needing to settle the ball. Just a little bit of the forcing at the moment, giving the ball up.
Downing tripped up by Paquin. So 5 minutes in, waiting for the flow to start in this game. I think you said settle. I think I heard a couple players as well on the pitch saying the same thing. Lemire. Vickers looking over top, was looking for Jordan Rhodes. Intercepted by Seto, the former Halifax Tides player, now playing right back for the Montreal Roses. That's a little bit pedestrian on the pass back to Karpenko. She manages.
It was an issue that Montreal ran into against Vancouver. They really struggled to move the ball at pace in the back, and that forced a lot of errors in the back line.
Allen into Kennedy. There is interim head coach Katie Barrett, originally from Wellington, New Zealand. Haley Whitaker. Second straight start for Whitaker on the left flank. Miller back on the field, looking like she's running at normal pace. Capadonna locating Whitaker. That's a nice driven ball. Paquin trying to cut back. Downing tracking in behind defensively. And out for a Montreal throw.
Great defensive effort from Downing. Recognizes that she needs to track back there. Does everything she has to not allow Paquin to be able to turn and create anything.
And Riley Foster-Inman.
Hard pressure, hard pressure.
Nice open up there by Cho So-hyun. Two veterans battling it out. The Korean versus the Frenchwoman. Another turn. And now Julianne Valeron, 4 goals on the season for the Tides. Headed away by Capadonna. Downing now to Miller. And Bilbao gets a foot in there. Bilbao moving forward. As Bennett along the touchline, Cardoza gets back. And back control through Wickers.
It's well done from Cardoza to not allow Bennett to create anything.
And there's one of those passes that Lemire can do. Both feet, left foot especially. Stella Downing trying to go one-on-one.
Whitaker doing well to keep her feet as well against a very technical Downing who we know loves to go 1v1. Those are the areas she thrives in.
Deep throw in for the Tides, Julianne Valeron. Downing turns inside, ball over top and out of bounds. Anna Karpenko in net again for the Montreal Roses. 11th start on the season for her. She's got 3 clean sheets. Second-year professional.
Karpenko assessing her options.
Lemire. Jordan Rhodes providing that target up top, finds Cho. Crowded quarters and out for Montreal throw. Megan Sauvé, co-captain the Roses. Strong season for her so far. Really credited with helping a lot of these new players in the team, whether it's Elise Bennett or Aveline Badu, adjust to life in Montreal. Lemire. Wicker's good patience to go back to Cardoza.
Halifax needing to be precise in that back line. We know that Montreal is a team that likes to suffocate you in the way that they defend. They really bring numbers forward, and they pick those moments to apply the press.
Kennedy going past her former teammate Seto. And Boychuk coming all the way back to defend, and that'll be a Halifax corner kick.
It's a good individual effort from Sid Kennedy. Does well to get by Seto. But Boychuk, she is always somebody that's aware of what duty is needed from her, and she does exactly what she needs to do in that moment, gets back and doesn't allow the cross in. But big opportunity here for the Tides to be able to capitalize.
Early set piece, 12 minutes into the match. Sarah LeMiller on the ball. In towards the far post. Looking for Valeron, here's Cho. And Whitaker deals with that and draws the foul as well.
Haley Whitaker, a really feisty player, aggressive, but has that IQ when she gets forward as well, is able to provide that overlapping run, that underlapping run, but recognizes the spaces and really loves to drive forward and get crosses into the box, obviously picking up 2 assists, I believe, or potentially 1 in that last matchup, but coming off of 2 of her crosses, we saw 2 goals. So she is definitely a player that they also have to be aware of today, the Tides.
Whitaker, a real fixture in the starting lineup last year for the Roses. As we look at the possession stats, in the favor of Halifax to start this match, 60%.
Giveaway there from Boudreau.
Ball cleared to Foster Inman. Allen over top looking for Kennedy.
Hey, lâche quand même, chasse, t'es parfait là, quand même dans l'arche, lever.
Rhodes. It's back to Cardoza. Valeron. A nice turn by Miller. Has Downing now. Downing cutting inside. Takes a deflection off Capodanno for another corner.
We mentioned wanting to see these teams settle. We're seeing that Halifax is slowly starting to find their footing. This is well done. Miller turns, finds a Downing who's really driving forward and gets a shot off, but Capadonna is exactly where she needs to be and deflects this out of bounds.
Short corner. Punched away by Karpenko. Badu guides that out of bounds. Another throw in.
Good, Lucy, hold!
Some confusion over where the placement of the ball is. Restart through Capadonna. Energetic crowd at Stade Boreal in Laval, Quebec. The home field for these Montreal Roses. Sauvé, given space, given away.
That speed of play in the back needs to be a little quicker. There needs to be better movement off the ball as well, so Sauvé is able to find anybody into an open space. But the quicker you move the ball, the more you force Halifax to shift side to side, and the more you really test just how compact they truly are, just how much they can stay true to their structure. You're going to be able to find those gaps and those half spaces to be able to live in and turn and face forward.
Seto finds Badu. Badu looking forward, slides it out to Boychuk. Boychuk across goal, headed away by Wickers. Jordan Rhodes now, other way. Miller. And the shot handled by Karpenko. The shot by Cho.
One of the areas that Montreal thrives in is those half spaces and then putting it out wide to get crosses in the box. It's also something that Halifax was struggling with in their last matchup. So can they continue to do this? You see Boychuk place that ball, but Wickers clears it off of the goal line. She's aware, did what she needed to do, but can Montreal continue to do that? Can they find those overloads, in those flank areas and get deliveries into the box as well as numbers into the box?
Whitaker's ball too far for Bennett. Cheyenne Allen. It's the missed touch by Jordan Rhodes.
And I know we focused very much on the defensive aspects when we talked pregame Cigna when it came to the Halifax Tides. But something that Coach Hart has mentioned to us time and time again is when they do have the ball at their feet, finding that aspect of patience and sort of just taking accountability when the ball's at your feet, making the correct decisions and not forcing it, because they have this mentality to go, go, go. You get so many numbers forward and then they're forcing their decisions, they're turning the ball over, and then there's a lack of compactness to provide that attacking balance where the ball's not straight back down their throat the other way.
Boychuk. Bennett flicks on to Badu. Chests it down. It does go over the bar. The flag was up. Evelyn Badu always plays with a lot of joy.
See, she's just past the Halifax back line there. It's a great idea. Elise Bennett and Badu really starting to form those partnerships, right? You spoke to her pregame, Sigs. We talked about just how creative she is and what a force she is coming forward. But those partnerships between her and Bennett, as well as everyone else up there, we're really starting to see them form and flourish.
Allen got a toe in there, not before Boychuk could giddy up and grab that. Guilbeault. Thibault. Cho. Downing. Pass over top, out for a Montreal throw. 20 minutes in, no score at Stade Montreal between the Halifax Tides and the home side, the Montreal Roses. Roses, of course, second in the standings so far this year. Second in terms of goals scored. They've got 21 on the season, led by Elise Bennett, 7. Tanya Boychuk's got 5 on the year. Badu with that hat trick last week, bringing her total to 4. Have a potent attack up front. That's going to be a foul on Valoran.
Valoran looking to intervene before Sauvé is able to create anything too dangerous, but ends up catching her foot. You can see there, just takes her feet out right from underneath her.
Noemi Paquin. She's been on a lot of dead balls, in particular corner kicks for the Montreal Roses there, along with Laurie Thibault. Paquin over top, looking for Badu! And again, flag up. Riley Foster-Inman read that the whole way, but flag was up on the opposite side.
You see a bit of deception there, thinking that potentially that ball is going to go to Thibault, but she does opt to play that ball in. As you said, Foster-Inman aware and ready. She was able to get on the end of that. The flag was up.
All played over top. There's Cho. Sauvé recovering. Guilbeault switching play just off the foot of Tanya Boychuk, the other co-captain for the Roses. And we're going to halt play for a hydration break. Teams getting a chance to refuel here. The hydration break brought to you by Powerade. So we haven't seen, the flow took a little while to get going, and the first 5 minutes were a little bit stop-start, but what have you seen since then, Jess?
Yeah, I definitely did. I think we saw portions that Halifax was really in control. We saw some good movement. We saw some opportunities and creation in the final third. Nothing that's led to a goal yet, nothing too threatening for Karpenko. But then also right before this hydration break signal, we were seeing a lot of Montreal, a lot of creativity from them. We saw a few crosses get in the box, a few creation chances. So I think that it's just a matter of them having, both sides really having to be precise. Can they choose who's going to dictate this game, who's going to dictate the tempo currently? Because right now I wouldn't say either side is really being favored. We're seeing a lot of back and forth. Again, still needing to see one of the teams control this game and settle it in their favor, impose their style. Montreal looking to win that midfield battle. Can they also spread it wide and get those crosses into the box and then get numbers forward? And for Halifax, really needing to have a bit more patience so that they can be precise in their decision making when going forward, and recognition of that attacking balance as well when they do.
Well, wear your colors loud and proud. Get your hands on the limited edition NSL Pride tee at shop.nsl.ca. approaching the 25th minute mark here at Stade Boreal. And we will see a substitution. That earlier knock to Sarah LeMiller obviously affecting her, so she's coming off. Julia Benatti coming into the match. So Sarah LeMiller, who has started every game for the Halifax Tides this season, one of their top contributors on the team, and team captain, out of the lineup. So that is a big loss for the Tides. So knocked off the ball by Badu, free kick for Halifax. Badu not clearing out of the way quick enough, delaying the start, so she'll earn a yellow card. There's Julia Benatti into the match. Benatti a couple goals this season.
She's also proven to be quite a bright spot for them in the attack. Whether that's from a dead ball situation or just her finding areas in which she can strike from distance, Julia Benatti's caught quite a boot on her, and she will find the back of the net, whether that's with her right or her left foot.
You gotta go! Yes!
Allen cutting inside. Rickers. Foster Inman. And cleared up to Cho.
It's a well-delivered ball.
Rhodes tries to switch, broken up by Boychuk. Katie Barrett told us before the match that they're very conscious of their upcoming schedule. They're on a short week this week, heading to Ottawa on Thursday night, so they will be managing some players' minutes. Jordan Rhodes nearly picked that off, but it's picked off by Benatti instead. Out to Stella Downing. Downing by Bilbao. Cutting inside, cutting back. Looking for a target, has Cho. And Bennett back helping out. So Elise Bennett, the top goal scorer, back to help out defensively for the Montreal Roses.
That's a unique quality to have in a forward. As somebody that's played in that forward role, sometimes we like to, you know, slack off a little bit defensively and not make that run all the way back. But Elise Bennett is somebody that is aware of what needs to be done. She has the heart and she has the focus to be able to do it. And she is willing every single time to put her body on the line, whether that means she has to drop back into her own 18-yard box and get that out and apply that back pressure. So a player that's a force on both sides of the ball without a doubt.
Look at Elise Bennett from Lake Forest, Illinois. Been an impactful player for the Roses so far this season. Whitaker. Broken up by Valeron. That would be a foul on Whitaker.
We know Bad's a player that gives it her all, but just a bit of a shove there on the back of Cho. And then doesn't get out of the way quick enough as Lemire is going to strike that. Immediate yellow for her.
Delaying the restart, something the officials really cut back on. Wickers. Badu. Tried to slip that ball through. Paquin will get to it. Paquin across in, headed away. Ooh. And Bilbao taking a tumble there after a collision with Rhodes. Former French international in some discomfort on the turf at Stade Boreal.
Both players looking to contest that ball, but just going over top of Rhodes and landing quite hard. You can see there, she got some air and then landed. Looks to be on her hip, but there is movement, which is great. Just needed a second to recuperate.
Important player for the Roses in that midfield. such experience, doesn't wear the armband, but one of those leaders on the field that just leads with by example, and all that she provides in terms of service.
And there are different kinds of leaders, and anybody that's been on a team knows that. There is the vocal leaders, there's the ones that are not afraid to tell you what you need to be doing better, but there's also the ones that are going to show you what you should be doing, and they're going to help elevate you by putting that standard out there. And Bilbao is absolutely one of those leaders. She is both vocal as well as somebody that is going to do the right things and help elevate you and make you that much better.
Demands excellence of all of those around her. Charlotte Bilbao will wait and see if she comes back on the pitch. Looks to be all right. Free kick now. Allen sprays it out wide, or out for a Rose's throw. As Bilbao waits to come on the pitch. Whitaker finding Paquin. Paquin looking for a shot, blocked by Cardoza, and off her line comes Foster Inman.
One of those things that Coach Barrett mentioned to us when we spoke to her was they were the inbox entries, yes, but how can they limit them before that? And you're seeing from that midfield perspective, they're applying that pressure, they're looking to be more compact and allowing less time and space for this Montreal side to really get forward. So it has been better from them so far, Sigs, in this first half, what they've been able to do as far as staying compact when they are in and around their own 18, staying more connected and more cohesive.
Kennedy pokes the ball through, has Rhodes. Rhodes cutting inside. In chase, giving chase is Seto. Kennedy cutting to her right foot, blocked by Capadonna. And ball cleared up as far as Allen. Allen, can she get there? No. You're watching the Northern Super League presented by BMO, the official bank of the NSL. It's a 0-0 game at Stade Boreal. First meeting of the season between the Roses and the Tides. Last year they played to an even record, 1 win apiece and 3 draws in their 5 meetings. Badu battling with Allen, will win that battle of the ball, but Allen recovers. Badu's in discomfort on the pitch. Rhodes tried the back heel, read all the way by Bilbao, and Benatti will surely earn a yellow card for that. And does. Badu, meantime, sitting in the 18-yard box at the other end. Julia Benatti earning a yellow for that foul.
Here, just pulls her back. No hesitation from the ref. She knows what needs to be done.
Boychuk, heavy challenge there on Allen. Good spirit of the game, checking in on her opponent.
See Boychuk just take a big touch and then lunge for it, but steps on Allen's toe in the process.
Allen's been a key player, playing all but 8 minutes for the Tides this season. A new addition to the roster. Go for a throw in. Nice turn by Rhodes. He's trying to play Benatti in. Benatti tried to return the favor. Sure if Duclos felt she was in the way there.
Yeah. Not sure what else it could have been, so let's go with that.
Ten minutes to play in this opening half. Drummers, percussion set, bringing up the energy at Stade Boreal. Lots of energy in terms of tackles and fouls in this game. You see that there. Seto all the way back to Karpenko, hasn't been busy at all today. Firing up the field. Cardoza getting up on Bennett. Here is Badu to Boychuk. Tanya Boychuk and Allen battling it out. Kennedy trying to catch up. Here's Boychuk cutting back to Badu. Badu, the shot blocked. Badu again. Ties trying to collapse on the Ghanaian. And managed to escape danger. Good things happen when Badu has the ball at her feet.
That pass not quite coming off and landing on Boychuk's foot. But we have to look back at this one, Sigs. You see a great effort here. Boychuk just continues to fight, drives forward, drives end line, and cuts this back. This is exactly what we were speaking about pregame. There's no reason that Badu should be wide open there. Cho, reactive, comes across, and ultimately the blue shirts do come and shut her down, but it needs to be quicker. There's no reason she should have that chance in the first place.
Allen looking for that long option for Kennedy. It's as far as Rhodes, but Seto will earn it back. And Valerie Seto, member of the Roses this season. Played with the Tides last year in more of an attacking midfield role. Great ball. And now finds herself in the back line. Here comes Whitaker. The cross in. Dealt with by Wickers. Bennett.
With some patience, just circulating that ball amongst their back line.
Boychuk again. The cross in. It's an open header for Bennett. She says there was a touch there by Cardoza. Over top of the bar no matter what, but was it a corner, was it a goal kick?
When crosses come in the box, things happen. It does look like it might have deflected off of Cardoza. But it's hard to tell who had that last touch. There certainly was some contact from Cardoza's head.
Goal kick this time around. Closing minutes of this opening half. Haven't had a real chance by either team either, Jess. You see Both missing a little bit in that final third.
Yeah, again, with Montreal, I think a lot of their chance creation through the flank is what's going to help them find the back of the net. When it comes to Halifax, we're seeing that forceful, they're sort of forcing the ball with their decision making when they are finally creating. It's that final pass that's really letting them down because they're forcing it into an area that's not open, or they're looking for a run that's already gone. So can they be more precise? Both of these teams really needing to find and find that sharpness in the final third. That's what's lacking right now. It's not that there isn't the creation, it's not that there isn't the mentality to get forward. They both have that front-footed approach, but lacking the amount of clean that's needed for them to be able to find the back of the net.
Free kick opportunity here for the Roses. There's a shot so far. It is in the favor of the Tides. Just one shot on target between both teams. Is there something up the sleeve of the Roses here with Thibault and Paquin on the ball? Thibault running over top. Paquin. The flick on. Bennett's going to give chase.
Not the greatest delivery from Paquin, but still in possession.
Read by Valeron. Manages to dance along the lines, stayed in bounds. Lemire. Cardoza taking her space.
We've seen Jordan Rhodes quite active coming off the front. It's been working out. Her back to goal play has continuously grown game to game, but laying that ball off, finding those options, she needs that connecting piece underneath her.
Ball played over top. It was a nice ball. Had to be dealt with by Boychuk. A few minutes remain in this opening half. Allen's throw in has Rhodes back to goal. Allen. Just a little too long and out of touch.
It's the right mentality to drive end line. You see that 1v1 creativity in Allen when she does like to get forward. So it's not shocking that she tries it, but just the ball runs too far ahead of her, not able to quite get it under control to get across into the box.
Downing wins the ball to Cho. Keeps it alive. Is there a goal to be had before the end of this half? Sauvé to Capadonna. Bilbao, flick on.
Foster Inman giving instruction. It's exactly what you want to hear from your goalkeeper. Very different viewpoint from that back there. She's able to see everything in front of her. So having a goalkeeper that's very vocal has always been something that's key.
Allen deciding to pull back, play across the back. Maybe one of those moments that both Coach Hart and interim coach Katie Barrett have talked about. You don't need to go 100 kilometers an hour every moment of 90 minutes. Just pick your moments. Now the ball played over top. Seto's there. And Montreal regains possession.
Dans la quatrième arbitre désigné durant 4 minutes d'ajusté à la première demi, 4 minutes d'ajusté.
4 minutes of added time in the opening half at Stade Boreal. Time for both teams to charge forward, look for something, a little momentum before the half. Interim coach Katie Barrett's thinking about what adjustments might she make in this second half, but first, stoppage time here. Seto trying to go one-on-one against Kennedy. Allen earns that throw in. Benatti sweeps that up. Downing now on the left side. Stella Downing. Benatti knocked it to Downing. She got a shot off. Didn't have a lot of meat behind it, but good little combination between those two players.
Some great chemistry on display there. Nice little give and go. Downing drives forward. You see that run by Benatti. Nice little back heel, and Downing giving everything she can to try to stay on her feet, but ends up losing her footing, but still gets a strike off, just not enough on it to really test Karpenko and cause any issues.
Halfway through stoppage time. Ball played through to Benatti. It's going to go too far to Karpenko.
Good idea, and seeing the quality that Karima Lemire has, that vision to just be able to play that little slip ball through.
Boychuk trying to find Badu.
Great recovery there from Lemire, and it's something we spoke about, Signa, that compactness and that awareness that there might be a transitional moment. Can you get back? She did everything to hustle back and got into the right area.
Bilbo won the ball back from Rhodes. To Laurie Thibault now. Whitaker keeps that in bounds. Haley Whitaker, the cross.
Lemire to the first ball, but Montreal winning that second ball, that clearance.
Capadonna. Spraying it wide to Boychuk. Boychuk, a little bit of mag action there, and out for a goal kick.
She saw the amount of space that was in behind Sid Kennedy. She had to try it, just rolls away from her as Allen steps in and breaks that up. But Boychuk showing some craftiness.
Final seconds now of this opening half. A real balanced game between these two teams so far. Cardoza had to clear just to be certain that Paquin couldn't get on that ball. Valeron. Halftime at Stade Boreal, 0-0 at the half. And no real opportunities on either side. Would you say the field is tilting one way or the other, or a little bit for both teams?
No, I think we're seeing about the same amount of creation from both sides. We're seeing some great opportunities, both of them lacking in that final pass, not really able to create anything too dangerous to test either side's goalkeeper. So I think we're in for a more exciting second half. There's obviously a lot of goals that are left to be scored, Signa, and we know that there's some firepower on both these teams that have the ability to find the back of the net.
Well, after 45 minutes, it's 0-0 at Stade Boreal. But again, second half straight ahead, as well as our halftime show. Stay with us.
Where I thought I was at in my career was that it was pretty much finished, to be honest with you. I finished up at Acadia University. I used my COVID year there, played with my sister, and then alongside my best friends, and I was like, what a way to go. Like, this is a good way to go. To me, there's no opportunity past that. Of course, I would have loved to dream of to play in a domestic league, but unfortunately, it took too long, quite frankly, for us to get one. Once it did become a thing, I realized that my career definitely wasn't over and that I wanted to stay involved. I remember I got a call probably from Emmett with the Tides, and he kind of presented the idea of going to a showcase because that was the first step. I had been out of soccer for a while, so it was more of like we want to see you play, just to like make sure we remember how you play. And so I showed up and it went really well, and then from there they wanted to sign me, which was amazing. When I got the initial call, it was like, what do I have to do to get there? Like, I will do whatever it takes to play on this team at home in front of all my friends and family. I put in a lot of work, I think, both mentally and physically to get to being here, and I think younger me would have just been so happy that it paid off. To play for my hometown club is an absolute dream come true. I get to be kind of a role model for the younger girls in Nova Scotia that now get to see a league, not only in their country, but like right in their backyard. Obviously getting to play in front of friends and family and coaches who have had an impact on me growing up. I always say we have the best fans in the country, and I know I'm biased, but like truly the family feel in the East Coast is like unlike anything else in the country, and they always rally behind us. They always show up no matter the weather, no matter what. I look at it as that we owe them something. I would say they deserve more than what we gave last year, and like that's just putting it like straight up. We want to win games. Like, we're aligned with what they want. We want to bring a championship back to Halifax.
Welcome to our halftime show presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League. Jess, we're seeing a 0-0 game. We knew there wasn't much between these two teams last season through 3 meetings. Each of them had a victory plus 3 draws. Right now, that's where we stand in this opening half. We got 45 minutes left to play.
Yep, lots of time.
Lots of time for things to action. But let's get to those highlights of the first half and where the opportunities came.
I mean, I think there was opportunities on both sides. As I said, it was a pretty balanced first half. We were seeing first that injury happening just in the middle of the field. On the side there with Miller. She's just clipped, it looks like, just gets the follow-through steps on her foot. And then when you go into the second clip, Signa, you see the quality that a player like Stella Downing has. And we're seeing this is one of the brighter moments of that first half. You see Miller turn, she does well, recognizes Downing, who's driving forward, gets a little shot off. Capadonna ultimately getting the better end of that and kicking it out of bounds. And then on the opposite side, Montreal doing well to live in that half space. Badu gets his ball out wide to Boychuk, who drives end line and crosses this in. But Halifax able to get that out.
Badu, good things always happen when she's on the ball. And we saw this nearly combined at a knock in for Addie Wickers in the box. Montreal was back at it again. Nice battle between Boychuk and Allen, eh?
Well, we know that's going to be a fun battle to watch in the second half, as it really came alive in the first one. But Boychuk again finding a wide open Badu in the box. Halifax not initially picking her up, but then doing everything to make sure she cannot get that shot off. Just another look at it here. Boychuk with that effort and that fierceness, that bravery to go forward. Nice little picks it out nicely. But again, those blue shirts did converge when they needed to not allow Badu to create anything too dangerous from it.
So again, attacking in the box, and Elise Bennett, 7 goals in the season. She wasn't far off here.
You see her complaining that there might be a touch from Cardoza, and when we watched it back, Sigs, it does look like Cardoza gets a touch on it. But ultimately showing how dangerous Bennett is in aerial battles. They cannot leave her unmarked. They have to be aware at all times. And then this chemistry. We love to see this little combination 1-2 play. You see her get downing, drive forward, get the ball to Benatti. Nice little cut back to her. Nice little back heel, I should say. And then a strike off for Benatti, but nothing too testing for Karpenko.
So some chances on both teams. Let's take a look at our first half stats. It was pretty even in terms of possession, and as for shots on target, it leaned the way of the Halifax Tides.
Yeah, it did, but we spoke about it, right? There wasn't enough dangerous chances. Both of these sides had so much creation that they can and they should have more shots on target than that, and more shots, period.
Well, we shall see. 45 minutes left to play, but of course we can have more of our halftime show straight ahead from Stade Boreal, including an interview with the Montreal Rose's newest player, Mimi Aladou. Stay tuned.
Again, back-to-back opportunities. Look on the bright side. There's no mistake. A rocket into the back of the net.
I'm losing my sight. I'm keeping it burning. I'm hard on ice. I'm climbing the high rise. I'm sick of this hype.
One of my big overarching goals is to obviously win with Montreal, but by playing good soccer at the same time. So obviously we want to win, but I want to do it with some fun, and I want to do it with a good attitude. And I think at the Roses we have that. I think our values are so crisp and clear, and I'm gonna say I think it's a great season we have ahead of us. When the Roses first started up, they asked if I would want to play for the Roses, and I had this other opportunity in Sweden, so I took that opportunity. But it was always in the back of my mind because I was like, I'm from Montreal, I've never seen a professional league happen, so I figured like my 10-year-old self would be screaming at me that I should be taking that. So I'm so grateful I came home, and now when I play, I look around and I see my friends and my family in the stands, and it's been so different making eye contact with my mom for the first time in so long. So yeah, it's been truly a blessing.
I think Chloe's work rate is crazy. Like, she's somebody who's gonna work all the time in a positive way. I don't really see her whine about anything on the field. She's always positive. So I think she's this force that's maybe less vocal, but in the way she acts and in the way she stands as a professional, I think it's just what shows. And I was recently talking with Robert, and I said, I think Chloe's like, she's gonna be our next leader. Like, she's somebody who showcases a lot of qualities that you see in a leader. So I think I'm just happy for her because I know what it means for her to play at home, and I think that this year's gonna be great, for her.
It's so different having my family be close to me, because for so long I was playing in the States, and for so long I was away from home. So now it's truly a blessing to be able to play for them. And every day I wake up, I'm like, wow, I am so lucky to be playing for the Roses.
Huh. We've already got tons of WestJet points.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we?
I'm booking it.
Your next travel story is waiting. Make it happen with the all-new WestJet Rewards.
Montreal, I'm back home, and I didn't come alone.
Are you ready? We are. Let's go, Roses.
Two new signings to tell you about for the Montreal Roses. You saw them there, Yves Peresset of France, but the main one, well, Mimi Aladou of Canada. Mimi, welcome home. Did you ever imagine that you'd be playing professional soccer in front of your family and friends in Montreal?
Thank you. No, I've never imagined it because it was not possible before. So I think it's a big moment for me, for all Canadian women. So yeah.
You just started training with the team. I'm wondering what your impressions are of the Roses so far.
Yeah, I've had 2 trainings so far, and I'm getting to know the staff, the players, the pitch, the environment. So yeah, I'm really excited to join the team.
How do you see yourself fitting into a very strong Roses attack?
For me, I'm looking to be the creator of plays, either to drive the ball forward, shoot, to assist, to calm the tempo, to speed it up. So that's what I'm looking to bring to the team.
And when you decided to come home, what were some of the decisions that went behind coming back to the Roses?
I think for me, ultimately, it was in the back of my mind to come back home when I heard that there was a professional team here. So it was eventually going to come. I chose to come right now, and I think it's the perfect timing as well to come back in this professional league in Canada and also playing for the Canadian national team. I think it was the right decision for me.
We're happy to see you back home, and best of luck this season.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're just on the eve of the summer transfer window, but that doesn't mean that teams haven't already got into the swing of things, including the Montreal Roses. A big one, Canadian international Mimi Aladou, 22 caps, lots of experience playing in Champions League overseas. And what does she bring to the Roses?
I mean, that's a huge signing, right? We've seen Mimi Aladou and what she can do for the national team, her ability to get in those pockets and really create. But she also has a nose for goals, Signa Butler. She can score some beauties, and she really comes alive in that attacking third. But she's also a very feisty player, and she comes alive defensively as well. She's willing to do the work. So I see her really slotting into that pocket, being able to play in that attacking mid-role, maybe up front as well, but somebody that's going to help ignite this attack even further than what we've already seen.
Well, Mimi Aladou, 22 caps for the Canadian national team, 6 goals, and she'll be looking to add a couple of goals to the Montreal Roses attack, of course. We have more from Stade Boreal, the second half between Montreal and Halifax coming up straight ahead.
Welcome on board our new Triangle Rewards and WestJet Rewards partnership. Prior to earning, ensure your accounts are securely linked. In the event you shop or fly with us, earn Canadian Tire money and WestJet points on all eligible purchases. Breathe normally and secure your own rewards before assisting others. Take a moment to locate where you can spend once and earn twice. Link today and watch your rewards take off.
This is quite a game. It'll be a free kick. Oh, what a goal! And emotion overflows.
Watching dough rise always fills me with inspiration.
Don't ever look at my savings account. The dough doesn't rise.
BMO has 2 simple ingredients to make your savings rise. Great interest rates and no monthly fees.
Yeah, that would do it all right.
Plus, get a cash bonus for opening a checking and savings account.
So BMO helps your savings grow bigger faster.
Like a triple dose of yeast.
You're hired.
What? No, I wasn't looking for it.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
BMO.
Get in the spirit of things at Stade Boreal. Yeah, it's a hot day out there, over 30 degrees. But these little, like an MJ. It's like my kids doing the moonwalk.
Who doesn't?
I know. I feel like all the kids are doing that these days.
I was dancing with them.
Well, both these teams were at 0-0 after 45 minutes. We've got 45 minutes left to play, and we knew from talking to both of these coaches this week that it was going to be a tight match. We saw that as a reflection of last season. 5 games, a win apiece, 3 draws. They love playing against each other. There's connections from Montreal and the Halifax Tides team. So they always feel like they have a few fans on hand at Stade Boreal. Well, there, Rosatoyu looking on at his team, wanting a little bit more. They had a huge second half against Vancouver last week in a 5-1 victory. Do they have the same kind of firepower in this second half? We shall see. Montreal wearing their white with red shorts, going from right to left on your screen. Halifax Tides in their teal today. It's 0-0. We should mention the goalkeepers. They have not been busy, though. They have been probably the 2 top goalkeepers this year, both with 3 clean sheets apiece. That's Anna Karpenko of Montreal, Riley Foster-Inman of the Halifax Tides. Sauvé. It's back to Whitaker. Seto. Badu closed down by Wickers. Still has the ball. Some contact outside the box. No call from today's official, Isabelle Duclos.
That entire series starting from Badu and her recognition of where the spaces are. You see her really just live right off the front of the back line of the Tides. It makes it really difficult on who goes with her, who stays, and she ends up coming off the front and creating each time.
Paquin gets the corner kick off of Valeron. Badu, the 23-year-old, this will be their last game before she heads off to play with Ghana at the WAFCON, trying to help the Black Queens earn a spot in the World Cup. That taking place in Morocco coming up later this month. So corner kick here. Charlotte Bilbao driven in, headed away by Rhodes. Paquin will go all the way back to Sauvé. Bennett bumps by Wickers. Boychuk. Pass intended for Paquin, slides through. And Sauvé recovering.
It's well recovered there from Sauvé. We're seeing Montreal with a bit more patience in this half, just looking to really circulate the ball side to side.
Whitaker drawing the foul off of Allen. Rosatoyu flipping his wingers with Whitaker switching over to the right. Boychuk on the left this half, the only adjustment for both of these teams. If you're just joining us, Sarah Miller of Halifax picked up a knock in the first half, so she is on the bench. Ball deflects off of Boychuk's instep. There's Katie Barrett filling in as the interim coach for Stephen Hart.
Well done from Boychuk.
Bennett heads it to herself. Go for a Tides throw. Rhodes was looking for the call, comes outside. Paquin. And just over top of the net, Elise Bennett. Won't see her miss too many. 7 goals on the season, nearly had an 8th.
You see Halifax here frustrated after Rhodes feels that she was fouled from behind. But Montreal continues to drive forward. You see Thibault with a nice little ball to Paquin, who plays a slip ball through to Boychuk. And then a quick one-touch to Bennett, who's not quite able to keep it down.
Valleron, a nice piece of skill to keep the ball. Lemire, left-footed switch, it's lovely. To Kennedy, skips over her foot. Allows Seto back in, Kennedy. Allen has Rhodes. And into the side netting. So a little bit of action on both sides of the pitch.
And I just want to point out as well, that starts with that lethal ball that Lemire is able to recognize a switch. She plays it out wide. Kennedy plays it out to, oh my goodness, I blanked for a second. Plays it out to Allen, who gets that ball across. That's more of what you want to see from the Tides. You want to be able to see them get numbers forward, get the balls into the box, and really test this Montreal back line.
Thibault. Rhodes converged. It'll be a Rose's throw.
Sauvé trying to steal a couple yards, a couple steps.
Isabelle Duclos says, walk it back.
We've all done it, right?
Downing protecting the ball, drawing the foul.
Not much in there from Paquin. It looks like Downing sort of threw herself back into Paquin, but walks away with the foul anyway.
Allen trying to play in Benatti. Benatti does earn the ball, but a quick deflection going the other way. Bennett. And they did get that offside call. Maybe just a foot offside was Evelyn Badu.
Looked to be quite close, but the idea was on Bennett recognizing that run is there, plays a nice little weighted ball through, but Badu not, just a little bit over eager, just slightly past this Halifax back line.
The second half last week against Vancouver, Badu, Bennett, Boychuk. 3 Bs just coming through. Lemire, another long ball forward. Can Stella down and get there? No. But Lemire, that ability to spread the ball, we've seen that. One of the highest precision passers in the league this year. And Stephen Hart says just such a high ceiling for the 27-year-old from Longueuil, Quebec.
And also having that range in her passing ability and being able to be precise with it is not something that's very common. It's something that herself and I think Quinn are the 2 players in the league that have that ability to switch the point of attack and really make things happen for their team by stretching the opponent's defense and just catching them off guard. So Lemire is most certainly a player that Montreal has to be aware of when it comes to those moments. Will she catch them off guard and be able to find that switch ball?
Klosterman and under some pressure. Cardoza now. Paquin pressing. Valleron keeps it alive and took a heavy hit there from Charlotte Bilbao. Allen. Great anticipation. Allen. Maybe looking for Benatti where Kennedy would have been the other choice.
a bit difficult to play a straight pass on a straight run, right? Those are the moments where you have to be able to pick out what sort of decision you need to make, and you need to commit to it, and you need to be able to execute the right pass, just not quite able to execute the type of pass that was needed in that moment.
Downing now. Little too far. The Roses taking no chances clearing that up the pitch. So good. Lemire.
Some good movement there from Lemire as well to just be an outlet and play right in front of Bennett and Badu.
Valeron smartly off the Roses player, and quickly the Tides play. Tried to slip it through to Jordan Rhodes. But out come the Roses the other way, read by Cardoza.
See the immediate reaction of Bilbao. She doesn't get the pass off, and she's immediately back into defensive mode, does what she needs to do to drop back in.
Valeron. Curling ball in. Well defended by Seto. The shot was off the mark by Rhodes. Well defended by Anne-Valerie Seto, because that was a dangerous ball through from Julianne Valeron.
And Julianne Valeron has been a player that has been tremendous for them on both sides of the ball. You see there, it looks like Benatti maybe just made Rhodes hesitate as far as going to strike that ball. Potentially that's the reason she wasn't able to make great contact with it. Nonetheless, they have to be better in that moment. One of them has to be able to communicate, call the other off, and strike on frame from there. It's a great opportunity.
Rhodes wins that ball back. Has Benatti to Downing. Downing crosses in, headed away by Seto.
Jordan Rhodes also doing a good job at playing disruptor up front. We've seen her force a couple turnovers already.
Bennett, nice job shielding. Cho wins the ball though. Two players in offside position anyway. Karpenko says, let's settle it down a little bit. So does Lucy Capadonna. Message for the Roses. Couple substitutions on both sides of the pitch. Lisa Pechersky, Chloe Minas, two influential midfielders getting set for the Roses. Allen, low one. And on the Tide side, Tiffany Cameron and Kat Jordan coming in. So Charlotte Bilbao exiting the game. And Evelyn Badu also exiting. Chloe Minas, Lisa Pechersky coming in. And for the Halifax Tides, we will see Kat Jordan, just her third appearance of the season. Had picked up a upper body injury, had been out since last week's game. Played a few minutes last week. But a highly touted player for the Halifax Tides who is yet to put her stamp on the league just yet. And Tiffany Cameron. A couple games ago, Stephen Hart said he thought that she came in and provided a great spark in the second half. So we'll see what kind of spark Cameron can give to the Halifax Tides.
Well, even upon her arrival last season, you could just see she brings so much energy and leadership and experience, and she's always working hard. Her work ethic is unmatched, and that really does help elevate those around you. It helps make those around you better. So definitely a bright spot for the Tides when she comes in.
Sauvé. Capadona. Allen breaks that up. Jordan.
Again, coming down to the precision of that pass. Petrusky all alone. Can she hit that a little wider?
Benatti. Hitting Jordan on the left side. She's a natural left footer.
Good recovery run from Petrusky, who's been missed in the last couple matches from the Roses. Her ability to create, she's been one of their brightest spots this season so far, and just such a talented player, so technical, so hardworking.
Lisa Petrusky, 2 goals, 4 assists this season. Has definitely been one of the workhorses in the league. The Roses missed her. Back today on limited minutes. Cardoza has Valeron. Cameron battling with Whitaker. Keeps the ball. Deflects off Cardoza. See the players converging on Jordan Rhodes. Elise Bennett switches the play. Has a Petrusky running on. Allen, lovely timing there on the tackle.
It's well done on both sides. Elise Bennett, the recognition, and then Allen able to break that up before Petrusky's able to create anything too dangerous. Allen continuously showing us that she is not afraid to get stuck in when it matters, and her timing of her tackles has only continued to get better.
Cheyenne Allen had played in Portugal and the USL with Fort Lauderdale before coming to the Northern Super League. Real character on the team. Bennett. Montreal comfortable in possession. Seto. Some confusion over who is going to go after that ball, and Allen gets it out as far as Petrusky.
Continuing to just be patient and circulate this ball.
Seto's pass picked off, but won back by Thibault.
Not the greatest of passes, but lands back at Petrusky's feet.
Sauvé to Whitaker. Minas. returning. Escapes out of danger and finds the target up front. That's Jordan Rhodes. Lay off as far as Cameron. And Rhodes again cuts it inside, has Benatti. Benatti playing in Rhodes. Does she have any targets and can she get there? No.
Just a little bit too much juice on the pass from Benatti, but it was a great combination play. You saw Rhodes initially make that pass to her. Benatti with some nice footwork. You'll see it again here. Nice turn from Benatti. Some good deception on Minas, and then is able to play this ball through, but just a little bit too much on it. Rhodes not able to get there.
Minas to Bennett. Goes through the feet of Minas, and Benatti will battle with Thibault. Seto moving quickly to Peczerski. Peczerski taking her space inside. Lisa Peczerski, the shot, it goes wide. But Lisa Peczerski sees space and takes it with authority.
There's a bravery in the way Lisa Peczerski plays, and if you get the ball to her feet, she has all the confidence in the world. She will take you on. She trusts in her ability, and she sees just how much space is central there for the Tide. She continues to drive, but not quite the greatest shot coming off of her left boot. But again, the confidence to do it, she's going to do it time and time again, so that's not something that they can allow to happen.
Valeron combining with Cho. Now Valeron moving forward. Valeron has a shot. Not enough to beat Karpenko. But Valeron, with 4 goals on the season, isn't afraid to unleash from outside the box.
And it's the right choice in that moment. If she looks up, there's really not many numbers around her. It's all white shirts. She does pull out a move here. Nice little cut. Strikes it with her right. But again, Karpenko very confidently able to scoop that up. No problem for her.
Whitaker, this is where she had the assist on Boychuk's goal last week against Vancouver. Sauvé cuts inside, denied by Cameron.
Seeing just how wide Lisa Peczerski is hanging on that right flank. Looking to provide that width and really stretch that back line.
Will be a throw for the Roses after this hydration break. Again, 30 degrees, feels a little bit more than that with the humidity. And the hydration break brought to you by Powerade. So both of these teams getting those cold towels on, some fuel, some liquids. Great turnout at Stade Boreal in Laval, Quebec for today's match. I'm sure those fans happy to be in the shaded part of the stadium.
They most definitely are.
Montreal preparing a couple of substitutions. We'll get those for you in just a moment. Also gives the coaches times to adjust any tactics. As we mentioned, the Halifax Tides on a short week this week. They're off to Ottawa to play the Rapid, the first place Rapid on Thursday night. Montreal on a short week as well. They play Friday night at Calgary against the Wild. So confirmation on the substitutions. That's Claire Monyard coming into the match for Elise Bennett, and Mara Bouchard coming into the game for Laurie Thibault. So Elise Bennett held off the score sheet for today, still tied atop the Golden Boot race with 7 goals alongside DB Pridham, who had the winning goal against AFC Toronto yesterday. Ball tangled up in Bouchard's feet, out for a Tides throw.
We've seen Montreal sort of take over as far as dictating the tempo in their favor in this second half. But they haven't really been purposeful with the possession that they've had. They haven't been able to create anything too dangerous, too testing. And then you have Halifax, who's done well to take advantage of opportunities such as this. But again, that final pass letting them down. It's coming down to being clinical, precise, and sharp when it matters, because it's not just about being able to get the ball back in transition. It's really connecting to be able to get something dangerous and get the shot off in the first place, and then being able to execute and actually find the back of the net. But really not many shots coming from either side.
All played over top. Lemire drawing the foul.
Bouchard looking to just... It looks like she might have just clipped Lemire's ankles as she went into that tackle.
Under 20 minutes to play at Stade Boreal. A look at the shots on target. So Montreal still looking for their first on target. Cheyenne Allen tried to thread a pass through to Jordan Rhodes and picked off by Lucy Capadonna.
And prior to their last match against Vancouver, where they were able to find 5, Signa, the sort of storyline when looking at Montreal, it was they had possession, they had control, but how can they turn that control into goals? How can they turn that control into results? And obviously they found a way to do it in the second half versus Vancouver, but they're struggling a little bit here to, again, find that clinical edge and find that sort of fierceness in and around the box to be able to get a shot off, because as you saw, no shots for them, but they've really taken over control as far as keeping the possession, and you can see right there, 56.8% possession in their favor. They just have to find a way to really make that final piece of the puzzle come together.
Ball flicked on, dealt with by Cardoza. Headed into central areas by Cameron. Cho So-hyun winning the ball back. South Korean legend providing stability in that midfield for Halifax. Free kick the way of the Roses. They play quickly. And Isabelle Duclos, the referee, saying it's got to come back.
Looks like she was motioning that the ball was still moving. Mina's trying to play quick little restart, and catch the Tides off guard.
space. Now a chance for Boychuk, and a penalty is called. Addie Wickers and Naya Cardoza converged on Boychuk, and they are none too pleased about it. But Boychuk charged forward, going towards goal. And there will be a penalty shot here for the Montreal Roses.
We'll obviously see it back here. But from that first angle, it did look like there was a bit of contact. There's absolutely contact there. You see Wickers come in, Cardoza coming from behind. Not too much from Cardoza, but it's enough where she gets pushed into Wickers and loses her footing, isn't able to get the shot off. So it absolutely is the right call. There should be a PK from that. But now a big opportunity for the Roses.
So it will be Chloe Mina stepping up to the spot against Riley Foster-Inman.
Foster-Inman saving one earlier this year.
"15 minutes to play. Chloe Minas a chance to put the Roses ahead. She does! From the spot, Chloe Minas, precision, and a 1-0 lead for the home side, the Montreal Roses.
So well done from Chloe Minas. She steps up. We know that she's a leader for this team, so it's not a surprise that she decides to take the ball in that moment and be the difference maker currently on the scoreboard, Signa. You can go for power, you can go for precision, and she chose to go for precision, calmly places it into that bottom left corner, but no hesitation from her. She knew exactly what she was going to do from her run-up. She was focused, and she executed it perfectly. Really well done from Chloe Minas. And you can see just how much that meant to her to give her team the lead.
Well, Chloe Minas in last week's game had been taken off at the half, which was highly unusual for Robert Rossitoyu. He took off 2 of his leaders. He took off Lucy Capadonna, took off Chloe Minas, says, you know what, it wasn't good enough, guys. We're going to have to make a change. And coming in here as a second half substitute, Chloe Minas providing the lone goal for the Montreal Roses here today. Offside on the far side of the pitch.
And that also brings up the conversation, Sigs, where, you know, we're heading into a transfer window. We know that there's some big signings coming in. Does that add pressure to you as a player? Absolutely. You have to be able to go out there and perform and be that much better week in and week out, knowing somebody else is coming for that spot you're in.
Halifax Tide's final 2 substitutions. We'll see Sarah Taylor come into the game in the midfield, coming in for Karima Lemire, and Jordan Rhodes exiting the game, and Megumi Nakamura coming in. Nakamura had an injury-filled season for the Tide so far. Has been healthy the last 2 matches and can provide an offensive spark. Had 5 goals, their leading goal scorer last season.
She also has that creator ability. We've seen her create as well. She's a very smart player, has that IQ to find those pockets, can threaten in behind as well, and is not afraid to strike from distance. She does have the quality to do that if you give her the time and the space to do so.
So 12 minutes left in this game. Montreal Roses on top. Bonatti, not going to give her any space outside the area. Capadonna. Couldn't get it out of trouble. There's Nakamura. Jordan. Wickers will go back to Cardoza under pressure from Paquin.
Montreal looking to apply that high pressure. You see Monyard take off there.
Allen cutting inside. Tried a through ball, and there was no one running onto it.
Not quite on the same page for the Tides when it comes to those final decisions, whether the person with the ball making the decision is not quite clean enough, or that they are clean enough, but the runners are not on the exact same page making the correct run that's needed.
This Northern Super League broadcast is brought to you by BMO, the official bank of the NSL. 10 minutes to play at Stade Boreal. It's 1-0 thanks to a penalty kick from Chloe Minas for the Montreal Roses. Will go all the way back to Foster Inman. Long ball. Cameron trying to get around Pachurski. Yeah, scoops over top. Cardoza called for the foul on Wojciech.
Wojciech continuously making a nuisance of herself as well. She's very good coming off the front. She's not afraid to get into a physical battle, so she will do that time and time again. She's also very smart when she's in and around the box. If she does feel any sort of contact, she's going down.
Heavy challenge on Lisa Pachurski.
See again here, Pachurski trying to bring that ball down. Cameron just coming from behind her, going through her backside.
And a yellow card for Tiffany Cameron. Pachurski picks herself up.
Pachurski already limited on minutes, so that's not the sight you want to see. Looks to be in a bit of discomfort, but I guess we'll see if she's back to her feet.
Pachurski back up on her feet. Montreal does have the one sub remaining, should they need to use it. Valeron has moved way up the pitch. And up top, Olivia Mbala coming in to the match for the Montreal Roses. Coming in for Haley Whitaker, so trying to lock things down here with Mbala, a center back coming into the match. Mbala from Toronto, 34-year-old. Minas on Cameron. Five minutes to play as the Tides try to find an equalizer against these Montreal Roses. Very solid all day long. Bouchard's header goes as far as Cho. Step over by Benatti. Cameron finds Benatti.
The face of Sauvé.
Anyway, you can knock it out of bounds, right?
It's not as fun being on the other end.
Cardoza, the throw in. Valeron. Offensively, dancing. It's Valeron. Cuts it across, and maybe a piece by Karpenko. No one straight across. But Julianne Valeron moving up from right back. Has that skill offensively. We've seen it this season.
And her ability to help and create those overloads, right? She's inside, she recognizes where the space is, nice little spin, just continues to evade pressure and drive forward, gets this ball across. Jordan not quite able to get her foot on it, just a little too far ahead of her. But Valeron continuing to be a bright spot for them in the attack.
Throw in now for the Tides. Seto lets it run.
Well shielded from Seto.
Valerie Seto, again, we mentioned playing against her former team today. Solid performance from Seto.
Well up.
Cho getting up there. Clustering and pumping forward. And Karpenko had to come off her line. Sauvé keeps that in. Back in to Minas. The Tides chasing this game now, down a goal. Waning minutes. Mbala back to Karpenko.
Montreal just looking to keep possession and really allow that clock to just dwindle down. The Tides really need to get going here.
Wilczuk going down again. Cardoza getting the ball back.
It's well up from Mbala as well.
Cho. As Benatti trying to keep that alive, does earn the foul. Cameron. Tiffany Cameron, the cross in, it goes out for a corner kick.
Quick restart there from the Tides, catching Montreal off just a little bit, able to get a corner kick out of it. Big opportunity here for the Tides.
Approaching the 90th minute. Third corner kick of the game. It's Sarah Taylor, who's got 2 assists on the season. A foot in swinger. A little too tight to the post and does deflect off a Roses player. 5 minutes of added time. It's Taylor. It's high this time. Bounces in the box. Valeron goes down. And ball cleared to Foster Inman.
Tide's continuing to fight to that final minute. This is close. Is there a penalty here?
Hard to say from that angle.
In the end, the referee opted to say no.
But here come the Tides. It's Nakamura. And it's out for a corner kick. Again, Valeron going down. She's going to be covered in these situations. The league knows what she can do. Inside, 5 minutes of stoppage time. At Stade Boreal, the Halifax Tides looking for an equalizer. Julia Benatti. Headed away by Paquin. And Foster Inman popping it over top. Offside position for the Tides.
Cardoza just getting caught up watching the ball, not aware of where the Montreal defenders had already been, stepped up.
Nakamura. Benatti called for a foul. Megumi Nakamura imposing herself in these late minutes. Karpenko going long.
Well interrupted from the Tides, but back to the Roses immediately.
Monyard. Nice turn. Brave turn. Nakamura was looking for Cameron, was never going to get there. Sauvé was right in that channel.
But also the pressure on Nakamura, not able to get a nice hit on the ball because of the amount of Roses that were able to apply pressure to her. Just a bit of a shove.
Allen finds Nakamura. Passes in there again. Pachurski. Has Paquin. Blocked by Cardoza.
Too easy of a read from Paquin. She goes inside. Cardoza aware that she is right-footed. She's going to opt to go there each time. So can she switch it up?
Capadonna down the line to Pachurski. Running out this time, maybe looking for a goal here as well. Foster Inman's got it. Got to go up the pitch. Well, into stoppage time here at Stade Boreal. And Bella getting a tackle on it. Valeron has Benatti. Trying to get to that left foot and get a strike off and couldn't get enough behind it. They have taken a little hit as well and the calf cramps come out. Ball cleared up the field. One last chance here for the Halifax Tides, and there won't be. That's it. Montreal Roses on a 78th minute PK by Chloe Minas is the difference between the Roses and the Tides today at Stade Boreal. Both teams struggled to find clear chances, but in the end, it was from the penalty spot where this game was decided.
Yeah, I think despite the win, this was a pretty even matchup, specifically in the first half. In the second half, we did see the Roses take over as far as possession, as far as control, really look to impose themselves in the way they love to keep the ball and try to spread out the Tides. But ultimately, as you said, Signa, it's the spot kick that puts them ahead. When you look at the Tides, a bit frustrating. They struggle to really find that precision in the attack, to be clinical on the chances. So both teams really needing to be more clinical moving forward from this point on. But ultimately, the Roses walking away with the win. They did exactly what they needed to do.
Well, last season we knew they were even through 5 matches, 5 meetings, a win apiece, 3 draws. Yeah. So this time it goes the way of the Roses, and Chloe Minas providing the offense. So just the 1 goal. We'll take you to the full-time stats here, and you mentioned the possession kind of leaning towards the Roses, especially in that second half. But in terms of shot on target, it was about the Tides, but they just couldn't find that clinical finish.
Right, the Roses scored on the 1 shot that they had on target, so that kind of tells you the story of how clinical they really were today. They struggled to really create, be clinical on the creation that they had, and the Tides, well, not quite clinical enough for them.
We'll show you how that goal came to be. It was a penalty right here. The ball played through, Tanya Boychuk trying to take her space, and then Cardoza and Wickers
just get caught up there.
In the eyes of Isabelle Duclos, it was a penalty kick. And Minas going to that bottom left corner. Foster Inman guessing the wrong way. And that was where the game ended, right there.
I mean, it's a pretty perfect PK. Goalkeeper goes the wrong way, but she goes for that precision aspect. She doesn't go for power, and she does exactly what she needs to do. And I think, honestly, Signa, someone like Boychuk, we talked about her so much last year. We've mentioned her quite a bit this year, but she deserves her flowers every single time she steps on the pitch. She leaves everything out there, and it's those moments where she's driving forward where you really leave a defender no choice but to put their body through you, and that's exactly how she won that PK. But she continues to be a leader for this side, get balls in the box if she's playing out wide, be the one on the end of the crosses, and she's also willing to change positions, which we saw last matchup.
Boychuk a standout today for sure. Let's take a look at the standings as they are after week 12. The Ottawa Rapid on top, Montreal Roses holding on to that second place position. AFC Toronto and Halifax Tides rounding out the top 4. The Montreal Roses continue to celebrate at Stade Boreal. The percussion group out, getting the fans in the spirit, getting the team in the spirit of things as they celebrate. Chloe Minas, her goal today. Boychuk drawing that foul in the box.
Normally used to seeing Chloe Minas with one of the drums afterwards. She always there it is.
Ask for it and you shall receive, Jess Lisi. Chloe Minas.
Every single matchup that we see the Roses at home, we can count on this shot from Chloe Minas. She always goes and grabs one of those drums and plays it and just gets into the vibe. Such a great vibe from Chloe Minas, on and off the pitch. It's something that so many of her teammates have said about her. Rosatoyu has said it about her. Just a very bright personality, and the kind of person you want on the pitch next to you. Somebody you can lean on, and somebody that you know off the pitch is going to help uplift you as well.
Well, we've got week 13 in the forefront for us in the Northern Super League, and that will get started with the Halifax Tides. They are on the road to play the Ottawa Rapid, the league's leading team. And that's a night game, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, it's also your YouTube watch party. It'll be Kate McKenna, it'll be Aaron McLeod, and myself taking you through the action on Thursday night in the NSL. Well, we've had a great time bringing this game to you from Stade Boreal today. It was the Montreal Roses on top thanks to that penalty kick from Chloe Minas creating things. Well, Jess Lisi, it's been a pleasure working with you today, and on behalf of our entire team here, thank you for watching. And don't forget, Week 13 straight ahead. Stay with us for more Northern Super League action in its second season.